Welcome to my YouTube channel. And welcome to another feature video. Many historical people are well known and recognized for the messages they delivered. Additionally, it seems like there are a lot of them everywhere we look. However, how did we know what famous people looked like back when there was no internet or extensive usage of photography? Thankfully, a few images and works of art have endured the test of time, preserving their visual legacy and their irreplaceable ideas. I believe in one thing only, the power of human will. Joseph Stalin. Young Stalin had a great body. He was attractive and exuded a certain rakish appeal. A messy mop of shiny black hair gives this hipster appearance a more rugged, more contemporary feel. I am a woman who enjoys herself very much, sometimes I lose, sometimes I win. Mata Hari. The Dutch exotic dancer, who was found guilty of spying for the Germans during World War I, attracted sizable crowds from all over Europe. She undeniably possessed that special something. To convince oneself that one has the right to live decently takes time. Evita Peron. She was the First Lady of Argentina. Eva Peron, who is now regarded as a fashion icon, was unquestionably stunning and won the hearts of the people of her country. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. Nikola Tesla. Tall man with excellent posture, clear skin, and gray eyes that are deep set. His thick, dark hair was parted down the center and tightly combed back, each hair in its place. He appeared to be a well-born gentleman because of his well-defined features and appearance. Always laugh when you can. It is cheap medicine. Lord Byron. England's playboy poet. Famous for his satirical style, dark humor, and scandalous personal life. All strange and terrible events are welcome, but comforts we despise. Cleopatra. Cleopatra was the queen of Egypt from 51 to 30 BCE, and throughout this time, she actively affected Roman politics. She is particularly remembered for her friendships with Mark Antony and Julius Caesar. She became the symbol of the romantic femme fatale, unlike any other ancient lady. I refuse to change my ways and live any differently than now. I want to be free without constraints. Empress Elizabeth of Austria. According to reports, Elizabeth, also known as Sisi, spent a lot of time working out physically. Her passion for exercise was well known, and it would seem that Emperor Franz Joseph was intrigued by her toned body. There is a better way for everything. Find it. Thomas Alva Edison. Despite the fact that he was quite attractive, many people idolize Edison as the epitome of success for some other reason. In terms of his personality, Edison was renowned for being somewhat conceited. He was a very unpredictable boss who would yell at his staff one second and crack jokes with them the next. Anyone who limits her vision to memories of yesterday is already dead. Lily Langtry. Known as the Jersey Lily, the actress was reportedly pursued by the Prince of Wales at the time, who would later become King Edward VII. The closest she came to obtaining a royal title was through her marriage to Sir Hugo Gerald de Bathe, 5th Baronet, despite her widespread fame and stories linking her to members of the royal family. Never tell the audience how good you are, they will soon find out for themselves. Harry Houdini. The famous magician and daring performer had the power to break free from ropes, chains, and restraints. But he was unable to escape his attractive appearance. Some things can be recovered. Some things can be restored. But some lost things we seek forever. Helen of Troy by Margaret George. Many historical chronicles frequently speak highly of her beauty, to the point where she was dubbed the most beautiful woman in the world in Greek mythology. Never criticize the composition of a royal highness. You never know who may have written it. Johannes Brahms. German composer and pianist. He was a really gorgeous young man who was smart and handsome. Later in life, he developed a long beard and mustache and became generally untidy. There is nothing new except what has been forgotten. Marie Antoinette was the Queen of France. Famous for her powdered hair, alabaster skin, rosy cheeks, rosebud lips, and quintessential beauty spot, this queen's look has stood the test of time. No amount of evidence will ever persuade an idiot. Mark Twain. In his later years, he had a full head of white hair that was curly and well-groomed, which added to his remarkable image. He was known to fascinate those around him with his expressive eyes and funny smile, and his charm and charisma made him an alluring and appealing figure in his own particular way. Princess Fawzia Fuad of Egypt. Princess Fawzia Fuad of Egypt was not particularly well known for her many well-known sayings or statements in public. Her marriages, mostly to members of other royal houses, and her royal responsibilities essentially defined her life. There aren't any well-known quotes attributed to her as a result. However, she was a representation of grace and refinement in her era. Praise the beautiful for their intelligence and the intelligent for their beauty. Giacomo Casanova. An 18th-century Italian adventurer and notorious seducer and womanizer, was often described as strikingly handsome and charismatic. Virginie Amélie Avegno-Gautreau, often referred to as Madame X, is famous for her striking beauty and her portrayal in John Singer Sargent's iconic painting, Madame X. However, she is not known for any famous quotes or public statements. Her legacy is primarily associated with her beauty and the scandal that surrounded the painting when it was first exhibited in 1884. I'm out to win the heavyweight title for the money, the bright lights, and the pretty women. Jack Johnson was admired for both his striking good looks and his extraordinary boxing abilities. He was a magnetic figure both inside and outside of the boxing ring thanks to a combination of physical qualities and personality. I am a battlefield of emotions. My passions are like a storm that knows no peace. Alma Mahler. She was a very beautiful woman who worked as an editor, writer, composer, and socialite in Austria. I want to die a slave to principles, not to men. Emiliano Zapata. The well-known Mexican revolutionary wore a suave mustache and dressed stylishly for the time. Zapata was unquestionably a man of rugged good looks. What you want to ignite in others must first burn inside yourself. Charlotte Bronte. 19th-century English novelist and author, is often celebrated for her literary contributions and inner beauty rather than her physical appearance. Nonetheless, descriptions of her character and personality suggest a certain charm and magnetism that transcended conventional notions of beauty. A kiss makes the heart young again and wipes out the years. Rupert Brooke. An English poet who, during his lifetime, was frequently referred to be the country's most attractive young man. He was known as a striking figure because of his charming demeanor and classic features. I have come east to find what the public likes. Seishu Hayakawa. A Japanese actor who gained fame in Hollywood during the early 20th century, was widely considered a handsome and charismatic figure. His good looks and magnetic presence contributed to his success as a leading man in silent films. Beauty, like wit, is best in its native ornament. Barbara Palmer. Palmer was courted by a number of illustrious men, including King Charles II, who referred to her as a woman of great beauty in his letter to the Bishop of Salisbury. I do not wish to shed a drop of blood, but I must fight the course. 'Tis all that's left to me. John Wilkes Booth. The actor who assassinated President Abraham Lincoln in 1865 was often described as having a charismatic and striking appearance during his time. Ethical teaching is weakened if it is tied up with dogmas that will not bear examination. Margaret E. Knight was a well-known American engineer and inventor who flourished in the 19th century. The basic idea of her first patented innovation, a machine for making paper bags, is still in use today. This country cannot afford to be materially rich and spiritually poor. John F. Kennedy. JFK stands out as possibly the most attractive president the United States has ever had, within the wide range of attractive leaders. Nefertiti. An Egyptian queen and the wife of King Akhenaten, was a key figure in the conversion of Egypt's previously based religion to a pure one that centered on the sun deity Aten. One of the most famous antique statues is a beautiful portrait bust of Nefertiti that is currently on display in Berlin. Lewis Thornton Powell. Confederate soldier Lewis Thornton Powell, also known as Lewis Payne, was one of the plotters who killed President Abraham Lincoln in 1865. There are no well-supported quotations directly attributed to Powell in the historical sources. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. Frederick Douglass. The famed abolitionist and orator was not only renowned for his eloquence but also for his striking appearance. His commanding presence, with his chiseled features and strong, dignified countenance, often left people awestruck. Thank you for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so that you will be notified of another video coming up.